What's up, everybody? Welcome to PcolaPodcasters. I'm Nick.
And I'm Crystal. We have a very exciting episode set up for you today because we're talking to a local musician named Justin Colvard, and he's there with his drummer, Mark Womack. We're about to pull them on in just a second. But just so you know, I do want to go ahead and take a minute to mention Ashton's situation.
Yes.
Okay, Ashton was in a car accident on the night of the 27th, and her injuries were very severe. She had multiple surgeries already, and she is finally at the point where she is recovering and healing, but it's going to take a long time. We set up a GoFundMe. So I'm hoping that if y'all have a chance or if y'all feel like helping at all, y'all can go to the podcast page, click the GoFundMe link, or if maybe Kelly, since you're watching, if you could like copy and paste that over to the chat, that would be awesome. So everybody has it. Outside of that, let's go ahead and pull on these awesome people.
Let's go ahead.
We got some locals here. All right. Bam. How y'all doing today?
What's up?
Good evening, guys.
All right.
You guys doing all right?
So far, so good. Can't really complain too much today.
If we did, ain't gonna help us
We
anyway.
could just figure out all this technical stuff. I've never done anything like this, so it's like, getting all and stuff. It was new to me.
It's a challenge.
I needed my 12-year-old here.
Hey, man, I don't know how, but like kids, if you need help with technology, they're on top of it. You're like, hey, my computer's messing up. They're like, hold on.
Yes.
I have never felt old in my life until I let a kid do something for me on some electrical device. So,
Man, I tell you, yeah, my daughter, like the QR code on stage and stuff, she taught me about that. I was like, what is that? She's like, Dad, just look it up. Google. Let me go out and buy a QR code little thing to put on stage. So
Right. That's awesome. Hey, man, that QR code, though, that helps a lot.
it does.
it was before she was, whenever she was talking about it. So.
Oh, yeah.
Just my mic.
So tell us a little bit about your background. I know that you moved to Texas whenever you were 18 and to pursue a music career. So
Yeah, so I was actually born and raised in Dallas and raised. I graduated high school from Allen, Texas, and then straight to Nashville at 18. And I was there for about 2.5. Things didn't work out there, so then moved back to Texas. Then ended up moving to Missouri here down here at the Gulf.
Oh, wow.
Okay. Well, what brought you to the Gulf?
The beach.
The beach.
Yeah, just the beach. Yeah, we I was a full-time musician back in Missouri, and my wife was in. When we moved, we didn't know a soul down here. It was hard to get work as a musician because down here they do it back in the Midwest.
Yeah.
So just the beach brought us here, and I'm blessing in disguise for sure.
Awesome. Okay. Well, you do have some shows coming up too. I want to go ahead and plug that information real quick. I have a screen or a graphic I can put across the screen for everybody watching.
And some of that probably has changed on there too. I think I've added some from. That's this week. Yeah, where are we at? We're
right
on Wednesday. Yeah, there you go.
Yeah, it's a busy week.
Yep.
Busy week.
Yeah, we got a good week ahead of us.
Yeah,
Very
got
thankful
Country
January.
Gym tomorrow, right?
Yeah, we're at the Country Gym in Gulf Breeze tomorrow.
Okay. So if anybody's out and about, definitely need to come out to the Country Gym in Gulf Breeze and check out Justin's music. So whenever you moved to Nashville, you got on at Tootsies. Is that correct?
I went, and you know all about Tootsies too. You lived in Nashville for
took a similar path. I mean, it's one of the first places I played when I moved up there.
Yeah, so I moved. I auditioned. They have an audition. I think it was like every Monday at 4 p.m. in the back room. Just anybody who listens to country music will know the name Matt Mason or whatever. The guy at the time that was in charge of running the auditions. Super cool, just now knowing who he is now and stuff. But yeah, I just went and they said auditions 4 p.m. in the back room and got it, and that was a regular.
Okay, so you did that a lot. So Mark, you have a similar story with Tootsies? Have y'all known each other that long?
I've lived in Nashville almost 20 years, so I brought there quite often. That was my go-to gigs. But, Tootsies is one of the first places that I played. You get on with a shift. You might play in the afternoon, you may play in the morning, or you may play a late night shift. So different as a drummer, you just try to look for opportunities to play with different singers at different. Spent a lot of time up there for sure.
Oh yeah, for sure. Yeah. So y'all mostly do country music. Do y'all deviate from like country, southern type? Do y'all have like an open?
Whenever I moved down here, I was solely playing nothing, and some of the it was hard to get the fun here just because of how they book music here. They book music 6 months to a year out here. Back home, it's like kind of like a month-to-month type deal. You can know a couple weeks ahead. So what was the damn question again? Sorry.
No, you're totally fine.
Just go ahead. Sorry.
No, you're good. To be honest, I don't remember the question either.
You asked him, does he play strictly country?
Oh, strictly country, yeah. So like,
crap. So
yeah.
Now we're back.
I moved down here. Some of the bigger clubs that I wanted to get lists and stuff, and it was all country, and they said in order to accept your genres and stuff a lot. In my 20-year career, I've never mixed. It's always worked, but I found out really quick coming down here to the Gulf. You get to the people, the tourists and stuff.
Right.
So my repertoire went from like 150 songs to probably close to 5. So I mean, it's been a good thing.
Oh yeah. I was just curious because with that much experience.
Well,
what about you, Mark?
Just to add to that, down here, everybody knows what the beach on vacation. You hear those, songs in your head and feeling that environment. So it's kind of similar to Nashville. You used to hearing country music, used to hearing the little Margaritaville or something.
Right.
Jimmy Buffett, or you just play to the crowds, really. You have to be diverse, about it, and
adding more stuff definitely helps.
Yeah,
for sure.
Oh yeah. And you also played at the Grand Ole Opry. Can you tell me a little bit about that experience?
Yeah, so we were able to a while. I worked at the Wild Horse Saloon and stuff, and you get to tour all the different places and stuff like that. I wish it sounded as good as the circle of the Grand Ole Opry, is like a forbidden place. Earn your keep to be able to step in that and do that. Have not earned my keep to do that on that level, but whenever we did go, whenever we were they gave us permission, and we had to sign some paperwork and stuff. We were able to step inside to sing inside that. So.
Oh, that's amazing though, because that's still a really cool experience because there's so many big acts that have come across that stage.
So much history.
It's ridiculous. How did you feel personally?
I was 18 years old, so that probably answers your question right there. Yeah. Being and thinking about that now, I just thinking about that experiences I've had. I took a lot of stuff for granted for many years.
You're more nervous now than you were.
I wouldn't do it. I wouldn't do it. But
well, that's
I've taken a lot of stuff for granted opportunities that I pissed away just being a stupid idiot, you know, and tracks along the same thing. I didn't appreciate it like I should.
Right. Well, it's a lot different too whenever you're younger, because it's also, music can really train you how to deal with high pressure situations whenever you perform in front of people. You know what I mean? Like it's a totally different experience. You learn you learn your confidence, you learn how to speak with people, so with being young with that, there's some opportunities that might've also been too scary at the time. I would say, I would think, so it's amazing that you've come.
I didn't know what anything was at the time. That same time frame, I was supposed to be happy that I went into this club, and it was the Nashville Palace, which is a very, very well known. But they were closed down because Toby Keith was shooting a music video. I got to be part of Toby Keith's Honky Tonk You music because I was supposed to be there anyway, so
okay.
The club paid me what I was still whatever. But that was just another experience at 18 years old that I got the time, I wish I could have remembered or embellished more of it. I don't know. So, I don't know.
I'm going to dig that video up. I'm trying to see if I can spot you.
Like, it was so cool, man. The makeup trailer, like, I couldn't grow these at the time. So they took me to make like 1970s sideburns on me, and they were like, "All right, we know you're able to be here. We're gonna come by and fluff it every little while or whatever." And they took a lot of video of me, freaking little clip at the very end of it where I'm clapping. Screenshot this right now. I'm clapping. That's why I'm doing the music video, and I mean, whatever.
Yeah, that's pretty cool though. Who else can say that in a music video?
Yeah,
that has to be really cool.
7 or 8 o'clock the next morning. So I mean, we were there like 15 hours for my half a second of fame. It was great.
Oh man, so the set that you thought would be 4 hours long or something like that ended up being.
Yeah, it was a cool experience just until it kept on going, and and
yeah, and you're like, oh, there I am. I spent however long.
Well, whenever I saw the finished product, I was like, "Are you kidding me?" Like I thought I was like the next in line to be the top guy, and no, like they just used the very last second.
Yeah, like I thought I was the main character or something. Y'all over here fluffing my beer every couple minutes.
Well, yeah, it was weird. I mean, spotlights and stuff. It was like something, as an 18-year-old, that's kind of thing. It was weird.
Yeah, it sounds like an interesting experience, nevertheless. And anytime you see that music video, you can be like, "Oh, there I am." So, tell us a little bit more about your songwriting, because I know that you, while you were at Tootsies, according to your bio, it said that somebody discovered you from Capitol Records to do demos.
Yep, I was a demo singer for Capitol Records.
Okay.
For maybe.
For how long?
6 or 7 months.
Okay.
It was just a few months. Can you guys hear us okay?
Yeah, it's just like chopping a little bit, so it's got a slight delay. I don't know why, but I'm sorry. But yeah. Okay, there it goes.
No, so them for 6 or 7 months or something, and that was pretty much my. I ended up moving back to Texas. Just a lot of really, really cool things going on.
Okay. So tell us about where you're at now. Like, were there some other stories that I may have like skimmed over that you might want to add to this? Like, tell me a little bit more about your experience, because you've had, like, working for Capitol Records, you might to write demos, it might be a different experience than you would with a different type of label or somebody that's independent. You know, they might have a different process or rules. Or was it any different, or did you just like hammer it out and they were?
Yeah, it was doing that was never experienced anything like it since then. But doing that, it was something that if the whole experience, it was weird. Like I had a certain time limit to record these. If I didn't get it done in that time, I didn't get paid.
Right. What kind of deadline do you have?
Like 90 minutes. Like 90 minutes long, or 6 hours, 90. Like, and I had to do 3 or 4 a day. You know, like it was ill. You know, but you got paid really good money for it.
Right.
But if you didn't get it done in the time, and that's lead, your first, second, and third part harmonies, you have to sing to you. But I can't compare it to anything just because I've never had it since then.
Had that experience. So that was definitely a challenge.
Yeah. That doing that helped my voice over the years. You know, with certain aspects of
in the demo world there, I mean, my idea is to turn it in a day. So it is a pretty tight
little demo.
Yeah, the quality of it can be really good still.
No, you know, that goes back to what I screwed up a whole bunch of things on my own. I had to move back to Texas because I've got a song coming out called Women and Cocaine. That's why I moved back, because I found I thought I fell in, I wasn't obviously true love or whatever, and she helped me to, that was my demise, and that was my demise in Nashville. And I moved back to Texas and the circuit and stuff there, and just kind of.
So you also did the Taste of Texas band, right? And y'all traveled? Y'all toured?
We did, yeah. We were based out of Springfield, Missouri. My drummer, and then we had a guy named Kevin Page on guitar. We circled through a bunch of different bass players and stuff. But yeah, we started that, and I transitioned from Texas to Missouri. I got divorced, and I called. I had nowhere to go, so I called my dad in Missouri and was like, "Hey, I'm gonna come move in with you, but as long as we can start a band." So we started the Taste of.
You said you started the Taste.
Yeah, that's
Texas.
Whenever we started the Taste of Texas band.
Okay, awesome. All right. Well, Mark, how did you get on the drums?
I'm sorry. He was talking.
Oh, I'm sorry. I didn't hear. I think it might have cut out.
Well, also while he was talking, a plane kind of flew over.
Yeah, it was kind of loud, so it might have.
So we're sitting here trying to
make sure it didn't come over on your end. Sorry. I think it's cutting out.
What was your question? What was your question to Mark?
Oh, I was just asking him how he got involved as the drummer with you.
Well, I mean,
do you remember?
I remember our first date. I don't know if I remember our first date or not.
Oh, we've been Facebook friends for a long time. Dad was coming down here to visit for Thanksgiving. I had a show, and I was like, "Dad, I want you to play drums for me." He's like, "Well, I can't. I don't find one here." So I put out a post on Facebook, and Mark answered, and that's how we initially met.
That is how we met. Yeah, that'd be right. I do remember that. I've been here about 2 years. I came down from Nashville, and I was familiar with the area songwriters and solo acts. And being a drummer, I was playing with some bands, was enjoying that, but I found that there was a lot more opportunities to play from the acoustic side of things with songwriters and stuff. So
Okay.
I was a percussion type kid around the cajon. I had a friend in Nashville that was a percussion. I'd been building kits for years. So I brought that concept down here, get my foot in the door with some of these singers and songwriters,
Okay.
because there's opportunity every night of the week. So Justin was one of the first ones I did that with.
In all honesty, he's a freelance drummer. He'll go play with anybody, but I'm just giving him all the dates, buddy.
All right.
But I was enjoying it, but I told myself, no, one, I wanted to play country music because I really enjoy it. Two, I just saw the talent around, and I live in Perdido Key area, so I was going down and hearing all these great singers and songwriters Monday nights, Tuesday nights, whatever. And I could be up there playing with some of these guys if I can just get a little background, backbeat. So I kind of came up with that concept, and I call it Groove Solutions. I would love to play with just as many people as I can play with.
Nope, I'm gonna keep.
Justin and I stay very, very busy, and we just fit together too. And the reason he's giving me that is because we've kind of got a little niche going, and it's feeling good. And
I don't have to tell him when to go to halftime or nothing anymore.
Yeah.
And I was talking to Dave about that the other day, and he told me, he's like, dude, it already goes to half. Did you not listen to that? And I was like, so I don't even have to tell Mark that it goes there. He's like, the Jim Croce song.
I don't think.
Which one?
Yeah, but I don't know about the original version.
I don't know, but he said it went to halftime, and I was like, I feel like an idiot.
It happens to the best of us. We all don't realize where it's
And they're
happening.
probably like, what the fuck is going on right now?
No. So Kelly commented over here, and she said, Justin, who was your artist inspiration growing up?
Oh, I see that now. Hold on, let me move that down a little. There you go. I can see that now. Artist inspiration. George Strait was probably the very first artist, which he is, whenever people are starting out, first go to.
Yeah, that's a good one. Throw out there.
But like I had the hat just like he did. I had the belt buckle, I was a lot skinnier, but that's neither here nor there. But
You were pure country.
he was, yeah. But George Strait was probably my growing up with my mom and dad. My mom really played a lot of George Strait tunes. And then whenever I got a little older and being around my dad more, he listened to more of the older country. The cliche artists that everybody says, like Haggard, Jennings, and Check, that got in me, like got in my soul, And
Right.
And my dad was a drummer, has been a drummer his whole life, so like that was my first love, art, until I picked up a guitar. Okay.
And whenever you picked up the guitar, you're left-handed, is that right?
Funny you should ask that, because this leads into that. Now, like I said, my dad has always been a drummer. And I was 10 years old, and I had asked him, I said, Dad, can you teach me? And he's like, well, he knows I'm left-handed. He's like, I'll just teach me where my hands go and stuff, So he brought me his guitar. It was a 12-string, and so I just naturally guitar and flipped it like this because I'm left-handed. And he taught me Amazing Grace and on the guitar. But I flipped the guitar over and played all my chords backwards. This is a right-handed guitar, So,
Yeah.
so I went whenever he taught me that. I went back home and I was like, Mom, you gotta go to Sam's Club and bought me one of those little $100 guitars they had on display,
Right.
So,
Good one to learn on, though.
yeah, no, it was great. It was life-changing.
Yeah.
Playing music for a living is an absolute.
Yeah, I could agree with that. I only sing, but he plays guitar and all that stuff, and he's very passionate about it. So it's definitely something that's rewarding, to be able to create something and have people enjoy it.
Seeing smiles that we put on some of these people's faces just for songs that came out of our own head, with our own experiences and stuff. It's a very surreal experience. I got the opportunity to play for a festival. And just Florida, Bama upstairs with 150 to 200 eyes on you. Nice. Nerd, while you're pouring out your heart on one of your songs that you wrote. It was just, it's a high you can't buy.
Mm-hmm. That's a good line.
Yeah. So whenever you said the festival, I'm pretty sure you might have said something like Floribama Festival, but I just want to confirm.
Frank Brown.
The songwriters. The Frank Brown Music and Songwriters Festival. Is that right?
It was at the Floribama, like where my show was at the Floribama up in the main room. Okay.
Yeah. So the Floribama is also, one of those stages, one of those places that you can say, like, a lot of people have come through. There's a Kenny Chesney song that talks about Floribama, you know what I mean? And speaking of songs that mention things, you've got your Beach Billy lifestyle shirt on, right? And hats. Look at that. He's rocking the merch. He had wrote a song. You want to tell us about that? Writing that song?
Yeah. So one of my friends moving here, his name's Mark McBride. He owns the Playa del Rio RV Resort. I was playing at the Purple Parrot whenever I had met him, and he had befriended me or whatever. And well, anyway, I'd written a song called Beachin'. The last verse includes Beach Billy lifestyle. Talks about around here. So I had sent him that part of the, and I don't know, a couple weeks later, I think I got a text message on my phone, lifestyle, saying that he wanted to talk to me, and he heard the song. So on when was it? Thanksgiving of this year, I played up at the Playa del Rio, and Josh was up there, and ambassador a deal for Beach Billy lifestyle. And bands that are coming up this coming year that I can't talk about right now are huge. It's mind blowing. Like for me, like something I've never got to experience.
Oh yeah. So Mark, we brought Justin on and we're talking to him, but I do want to ask you a couple questions too. So how long have you been playing?
35 years.
35 years. What was your inspiration, your artist inspiration growing up?
I'm from North Louisiana originally. I'm one of those guys that I'm pretty much an Elvis influence. I know he's been in the news a lot lately, his family and a lot of things going on, but Elvis fan, and I got to see Elvis when I was like 12 years old several times in concert in the early 70s. And through that experience, I met a guy that did play drums. It was a little older than me, a guy in high, one of those things where it just took over. I have to do my tut. And, the guy that I met started, brought a kid over, and the whole 9 yards. I would beat on things, the same. It definitely grows back to Elvis. So, growing up in North, influenced heavily by country music and swamp pop, and things like that.
Swamp pop?
Yeah, swamp pop.
Never heard of that.
No,
It sounds good.
What's swamp pop? Yeah, I was about to say. That's a genre I haven't really heard of.
Black
Joe White, things like that. So I'm in Nashville. I've done a lot of touring and playing with different artists and things. I always wanted to retire at the beach, so we made that happen a couple years ago.
Hey, I love it.
Yeah,
that's great. So, both of y'all, whenever y'all play together, what is one of your well, I'm asking both of y'all, like, even if it's a different answer, is there a particular venue that y'all really like to play here locally in the area?
For the both of us, I like anywhere around here that lets me come in there and invade their space.
There you go. There you go.
Good answer.
I will say anywhere we enjoy them. I'll just say, because we really do have some great venues here. We're having big time. We're having big times out there. That comes to mind because we were just there New Year's Eve. Yeah, I got a lot of friends.
Wharf is the daiquiri bar is one. It's always very busy. So that's always a good thing.
Coming, there's going to be a lot of things that we haven't had, opportunity to do the last few months that are going to. So we'll be out on the patios. We'll be out at the tiki bars. We'll be setting up and having a good old time. So, but we like them all. We like to stay busy.
There you go.
Now, I will, if you ask me some venues I don't like, I will. I'm just kidding.
we might want to talk about that later, but I do want to hear it. Give me the tea.
I've only had one bad experience, but I won't say it now. But
yeah,
who you
I
are.
Understand.
You're watching.
There you go. There you go.
I understand. Most venues around here are absolutely 99.9% of them. Everybody's always wonderful.
Right.
So.
Okay. And so whenever y'all are going around this week, I mentioned all the different shows, but whenever y'all are going around this week, I want to share that again. Is there, let's see, I'm going to throw that back up on the screen for everybody. They're going to be at the Country Gym in Gulf Breeze tomorrow at 7 p.m. There's Perdido Key Sports Bar on the 20th. AJ's on the Bayou in Fort Walton Beach. The Cove in Gulf Shores, Alabama on the 21st. Man, you got 2 shows in one day. That's always fun. And then Lofty Beach Club. All right. So, on that note, is there any links that you have that you would like to drop? Like, I know you have a Justin Colvard. Is it jcmusic850.com?
Yeah, that's my website. Yeah, that right there. My schedule stays up to date on there. And what is like Kelly said, DNR? What is that?
DNR. Let me tell you about
DNR is a club in West Pensacola. I played the DNR.
Why are we not there?
Well, okay. So DNR, I work at Woodsies.
Layla, I used to work at.
You work at what now?
Yeah. Oh, I work at Woodsies on Mobile Highway, and if you go down Marlane, there's like a road called Cerny by that Tom Thumb there, and then DNR is on the right. DNR is Well, it stands for Doug and Renee, but it's almost like a little hole in the wall biker bar, but everybody.
Where's
knows
this at, on
everybody.
Davis Highway?
Cerny. It's on Cerny.
It's off on Mobile Highway.
Yeah.
I guess
It's
I don't know.
close to the gym, but not to change that, but you work for Woodsies?
Oh, I run karaoke at Woodsies.
Oh, okay.
What's Woodsies?
Well, Woodsies is
Oh.
I played there
Another thing.
for Bad Juju.
Oh, you know
Ah.
Juju. We know Chris TV.
Oh, I played.
For forever.
Yeah.
Oh, that's awesome. Yeah, so
That was
Woodsies
one
is
of
another one you should
The
probably
first band
check out.
Oh, wait, time out. I forgot to say with this Beach Billy lifestyle thing. Watching this that wants any Beach Billy swag, you can go to Beach Billy Life. If you can drop BillyLifestyle.com,
Yeah,
and use my code JC10, that'll save you 10% off of your entire purchase.
Wow.
all right, let me type that out. BeachBillyLifestyle.com.
Yep, and then
you said discount code.
JC10.
10. Okay.
All right, just
Yep.
making sure. And so let me try this. Let me see if this works. BeachBillyLifestyle.com.
Yes, ma'am.
There we go.
Oh,
There it is. I got you. BeachBillyLifestyle.com, discount code JC10. Get 10% off.
Get
Is that what it is?
10% off.
Heck
Yeah, and they're running some specials on their T-shirts right now. I think I saw one that was like $7. I mean, you can still get my discount too. So
Hey, I'm about that
Yeah.
life. I might have to go to that.
That's
I'm about that balling on a budget. Like,
Oh yeah, and Kelly said you can come check out DNR for their Make-A-Wish benefit on March 4th because you'll love it, and it's like live music all day that day.
my band will actually be there.
Yep,
That
Ragdoll.
time,
March-
so
yeah,
I'll be there.
we're in Perdido that day, but we might. It's an all day thing. We might be able to do
Yeah, it's all day.
Oh yeah.
And it's for a great cause because the Make-A-Wish benefit, actually, they raise tons of money every year. And this is the first year that the DNR, it stands for Doug and Renee. Doug passed away, unfortunately, a couple months back. So this is probably going to be a really big year for the Make-A-Wish run. I really feel like a lot of people are going to come out and support it.
It's going to be a really meaningful year for that.
For sure.
Doug.
For sure. But they do amazing work. Like, I think last year it was like 32,000 raised or something crazy like that. And I mean,
Wow. In one
yeah.
day.
Go by
Yep.
and go by a single couple.
Yeah.
I saw something about that. My buddy Angel's a big part of that.
Angel Cedillo.
Angel Cedillo.
Yeah.
Yep. We know Angel. I filled in for Hired
It's been a
Guns. Yeah.
He used to be my drummer.
Yeah.
Well, we know a lot of the same people. I just don't know
Yeah.
everybody I know, but we know a lot of the same people.
For sure. Well, that's awesome. All right. Well, I hope that everybody comes out to the shows that Justin and Mark are doing because
Heck
Mark's
yeah.
part of this too. And I really appreciate y'all taking the time to talk to us. Is there anything you'd like to add? Any plugs?
Any
Just
more
social
discount
media?
codes out there?
Yeah. Yeah. Here's the discount
Don't have
code.
any
If y'all want,
discount
if you want to apply my discount code JC10 to your business, that's what
That'd be
I would
great.
say. Yeah, hit me up. All right, y'all, hit Justin up. He wants to hook up your business with discount code for his people. That's right. Collaborations. All right, y'all. Well, we'll sign off from here. I'm going to tell everybody once again, I'm going to put the screen up whenever we do sign off so they see the show dates again. Y'all mark your calendars. They're coming after you, okay?
And if you got any more updates, please send them our way. We would love to share them out and help spread the
we'll
word
do
and
it.
help spread the
Thank you guys for having just listening to us for a little while. This was fun.
Yeah.
Oh, good.
Oh,
I'm
it was
glad.
really fun.
Y'all are welcome to come on here anytime. And hopefully, I was talking to Electric Serenade at Play, which is another one of my venues for karaoke. They let me use the room sometimes for there. I'd love to do something in person at some point and maybe get y'all in. And then, just that it's a lot easier to speak whenever you're in the same room,
Yeah,
for sure.
I
Sure,
do want to
sure.
say, I do want to say also that while I was working today, I was showing a coworker of mine, because I made that big local playlist,
Mhm.
and a certain song by Justin's came on. He turned, he looked, he goes, "Who is that?" And he started bobbing his head to it. It was actually the song "Drugs, Booze, and Whores," and he loves that song now.
Hey, you know what? So whenever I wrote that song, on Facebook that I had wrote that song called that. Everybody's like, "Oh my God, it's gonna be a great party." So you listen to it. It's really not. It's about a man screwing up his entire life because of those three things, and around, and it's too late because he's already fucked it all up.
Oh, he loved the song. He loved listening to it.
Yeah, well, I'm gonna have to check that one out. I don't think I heard that one. I listened to I think it was Hard Times.
Hard Times.
I listened to
Yeah,
a couple
that's a pretty depressing song.
Yeah, but it really did speak well. The words resonated for sure.
Like, check out listen to like Fireball. That's a good one. Like, so I've been sober for 6.5 months, like fourth and stuff. So we didn't get into that, and I'm okay with not getting into that stuff. But drinking Fireball was my drink of choice, and I wrote the song Fireball. And Fireball, you son of a bitch, pretty much cursing the thing because of how good it makes you feel today and what you don't remember and stuff. But anyway, I highly encourage anybody who likes Fireball to go listen to that song.
For sure. Well, I do not like Fireball, but I'm still going to listen to it. I cannot handle cinnamon whiskey. Look, I'm going to be honest with you. I used to like it. And then once you drink too much and you throw it up once, you don't want to drink it ever again. That's what happened to me. I don't know. I tasted it on the way up.
Damn.
I'm not about it.
That never happened to me.
Okay, well, it was.
That trip with Fireball wasn't very long either.
Mine was long. It was long.
Tequila. We go way back.
Oh.
Tequila. Yeah. All right. I hear you. But
yeah, I haven't drank. I don't miss it. No, that sounded bad. I smoke weed. Okay, I'll just say it. It's legal.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. But
and that it's like, okay, this guy's gonna get off here and stick a needle in his arm.
No. No. Well, for transparency purposes, I smoke too. But whenever I go to I don't mind drinking socially, but I don't drink at my gigs. I don't overdrink typically, unless it's something like my birthday. We won't go there. That happened recently.
You just said this with Kelly on the air right now too, because Kelly's in the
Kelly
chat.
thinks it's hilarious. Yes, but typically I don't do that at my gigs and stuff. So I commend you for being able to perform without drinking, because I know some artists cannot. So I have to, give you hats off.
It was how it happened. It was so weird. June 23rd, I was sitting in my driveway bawling my eyes out. I didn't want to wake up the next morning. I was going through some really, really bad thoughts in my head, and I 12:30 in the morning, just whatever, and I told him, and he asked if he wanted him to come over, and I was like, no. I talked to him for a while, just sat there, and I went inside and just got blackout drunk like I always did. And morning, and I had no intentions of. I mean, it just did mess up a lot of things, for me, and not to mention, I was bigger than what I am now.
Right.
Yeah, so it's been one of the things that attracted Beach Billy to me as well, right? In the entire story, because I was an open book on all my social medias. I started wanting to talk about it. I had asked my wife, or I had looked at me. I was like, I've got about 20,000 people that follow me throughout all my social media. Open book, and maybe help one person along the way. Not do. Then I was like, my work. I did what I was set out to do.
Right.
and I get emotional talking about, I'm sorry.
No, you're totally fine.
Whenever I put this out there, I'd start, like, whenever I say stuff for 10 to 15 minutes at a time scrolling on a Facebook post, I knew that I would get some people to read certain things, stuff, but I had no idea that the would reach out to me asking, begging for help, because they, if another wants to stop, they want to know how I did it, what to do, and all I could ever tell anybody is just what worked for me. I've always been told if you do that, you never want to stop cold turkey. You kind of want to whatever, like, or whatever, until it tapers off. And I knew that the day that I gave a shit about what my outcome was. Like, I just knew that I had to stop or I was going to die. That I watched my mom die because of alcohol a few years ago, and it was a bad deal. And I've been wanting so many years. I was wanting to get out of where I was drinking, but I felt like I was in a continuous downward cycle that would never get any better, or until the worst of the worst happened, until my wife left me or something.
Right.
God, whatever happened that night or whatever, it's like thankful, because so many, there's not been any negative come out of me stopping drinking. So
that's awesome. Great. That's awesome to hear. Yeah, you are doing great. It's hard. It's hard for some people, you know what I mean? It really is. And especially whenever you're out in public and you have like the anxiety and nerves that you might get before a performance, or I've heard people say, I can't sing unless I take this shot of whiskey because it coats my throat, and it's like, okay, well, you gotta work beyond that.
But see, one of my things was I never was a big drinker out in the bars. I was sometimes where I'd throw down, which I always paid for that too, but I would just shots here and there, but I was a closet drinker. I was a go home and show type.
Yeah.
And yes, no, I'm extremely, and I guess why I started talking about it once I thought about it was in this. If anybody has any questions on something like that, I'm always my mailbox. So.
Yeah, well, I appreciate you opening up about it. So anybody that's watching is having any issues, they can either be inspired by your story or even be able to reach out.
I'm an ear. I've had friends that I haven't talked to since high school reach out to me, tell me that they're struggling right now,
Right.
Local musicians reach out to me. Whenever I was first going through all, man, I really want to stop, I really want to stop, just not asking for it. And it's just, man, we're all like, we're going through some shit. We're going through some shit.
That's true.
Like, I could put y'all in the biggest freaking depressing story of my life on my personal level life that would like holy shit, man, this guy, going through it, we're all going through some shit, and it sucks. It's just part of life. So I don't know. I like one of my biggest things, and this is weird that I've told myself I wasn't going to talk about that, but I'll just go ahead and say it since we're on that path.
Okay.
Like one of a big from the higher powers, whatever you believe, like from God. Like, I was going through one of the worst moments of my life, not the worst days of my life. Let me rephrase that. One of the worst days that I've had in a really long time. Whenever we were coming back from visiting my dad in Missouri. I had a blowout in the bank. We were stuck on the side of the road in Gulfport, Mississippi with my wife and my daughter for a good 2 hours. I ended up having to cancel a show because I was excited about that show, have a little bit of money. That didn't work out. And still in the midst, which, it might not be a big deal to some, which in the grand scheme of things, it was a huge deal to me just because I was going through it at the time. Where my head was at that time, the higher power reached out. Quit worrying about yourself, and you need to do shit for other people. Stuff that I'm going to be working on, some fundraiser stuff that I'm going to be trying a bit, and I think Mark's going to jump on board with me, and stuff that people are. But I mean, I got inspired by me going through a bad moment. I got to do something for other people, So
yeah, and that's rewarding.
That's another thing. It is. Yeah, we just this past Monday.
Yeah.
No, I ain't gonna say nothing. Like I'll tell them what we played.
Monday.
The nursing home.
That's great.
Yeah, so we went and played a nursing home
right
in Foley.
I think it's awesome.
And that's one of the best experiences of my entire 20, just putting smiles on people's faces that feel like they have nothing more, is one of the best feelings in the world. I've been very fortunate and blessed with gigs and stuff since I've been down. I feel it's time to pay it back a little bit to the community that's been so nice the past couple of years.
Oh yeah. Well, I think that's awesome of you. I think a lot of people will actually see where you've opened up about this and actually feel like there's actually a stronger connection between you and them, and they might want to really go because you're real. You know what I mean? It's really hard to meet people that are real. You know what I mean? A lot of people put on a face and a front, and it's hard to connect with people that way. So I think that it's really awesome that you have a gift that you're able to share your story. You're able to move forward. You're able to, grow from that. And I think that's amazing.
Yeah. Well, I want to be there. I want to be there for my wife, my kids. If I can be an ear for people, I'll be there because, somebody was there to listen to me whenever I called for help.
Right. That's awesome, man. Well, this has been an awesome interview, and I really appreciate meeting you, and I hope that you come on again. I hope that whenever you do those fundraisers or anything like that, you send them to us so we can share them. Yeah. Because we will share that on our page. Whether you come on live or not, we will share it out. So.
Thank you guys so much.
Thank you both, Justin and Mark, y'all. All right. We'll check y'all out soon, okay?
Thanks for having us.
Thank you for coming on. Have a good one.
See ya.
All right. There we go. All right. I'm going to leave that Beach Billy Lifestyle on just for a second more. It's beachbillylifestyle.com, discount code JC10 for the 10% off using Justin's discount code.
Thank you, Justin. I'm going to be doing that.
Yeah, I know, right? They were like, they got some specials. Sweet.
I was going to be going and looking at it.
Yeah, that's really cool. But yeah, I'm going to, like I said, I was going to throw this up again. My friend Ashton, while we're talking about this, I'm going to remind everybody that, where did it go? It was right there. That's it, I think. We'll find out.
That's Justin.
Yep, I'm going to throw that up there, even though it covers our faces. But yeah, my friend
covers your face.
My friend Ashton was in a car accident on the 27th, and a lot of people have been very generous on that GoFundMe, and I do want to say thank you so much for those who have donated. There's people that have donated also at my gigs, like whenever I was at Intermission and Play, they shelled out a good amount of money for them for that transit. Because whenever we set up the GoFundMe, we had thought that they were going to get life flighted.
Yeah.
But luckily the surgeon came to her, but that money wouldn't have been available for 2 days. So I was like, how am I going to pull some money together that I can hand to them? You know what I mean?
Anything helps right now too at this time of need.
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah.
So the access to it was why I did the tips for a week. You know what I mean? The cash tips. So it really worked downtown, but it didn't work so well at Woodsies. You know what I mean? But we did try, and I'm grateful to those who did donate, whether that was a cash donation, GoFundMe, whether you said a prayer, whether, you crossed your fingers, whatever you did. Thank you so much for that, because she is now on the healing end of things. Kelly Scherer commented the GoFundMe link on there as well. Can you hit show on the GoFundMe link?
Let me see.
You can over here.
I'm trying to find it real quick.
That's right.
It was up here.
Yeah, it's right there.
Yeah, show it.
But I also have another thing to tell y'all about. There it is. Boom. I know it's kind of complicated because it's got random numbers, but there it is on the screen at the bottom. There's also the Make-A-Wish run, which is going to be on March 4th. You're playing it.
I am.
Yep, Ragdoll's playing it. He plays guitar, so he's going to be... Heather and Mama, who also used to run karaoke at Woodsies, they're in the band as well. So it's kind of cool. And of course, Ron Diamond, who's been all kinds of bands.
And David Allen, who was actually with the first incarnation of Ragdoll. Yeah. Also. And,
I didn't know that.
Yeah.
What?
Yeah, when they was called Ragdoll's Revenge.
Okay, yeah, that's the tattoos that they have on the... I wonder if he... See, I know Mama and Heather got the...
I know
the
they
tattoos.
Did.
I wonder if anybody else in the band did. I do wonder if anybody else did.
I don't think David did.
Yeah. You gonna get a tattoo?
I mean, I already got some.
You gonna get a ragdoll? You gonna get a ragdoll tattoo?
I wouldn't go that far, but yeah.
But yeah, my friend Kelly is also part of the Make-A-Wish run that I'm gonna tell you about here. Make-A-Wish is March 4th. Once again, they also have March 3rd for the auction. Oh, yep, there it is. It's funny that she said that at the same time.
It's all the way down.
It's all the way down. That means show. Bam. Yep. Auction for Make-A-Wish is on May 3rd. If anyone has anything they may want to donate as an auction item, feel free to reach out to Kelly Scherer. You can reach out to me and I'll get you to her. However that works. It doesn't matter. If you reach out, we'll get you there. And so let's talk about the other bands playing as well. It was Ragdoll.
No. No, there's Ragdoll. It's my turn to be vain right now. Nah, there's Ragdoll. Mm-hmm. Then you got after Ragdoll, you do have Hired Guns. Mm-hmm. Then and after Sapphire's after Hired Guns, and then closing out the night is going to be my old band TBA.
Yep, you're all over there. You know what I mean. You're probably going to plug in there too.
I've at least played on stage with, well, I mean one, but 3 out of the 4 bands that's on.
Yeah, that's funny. And then Ashley sometimes jumps on stage and sings with y'all. So in a way, you've performed with all of these musicians.
Yeah, and when Ashley was with Coastal Fire, Charles used to pull me on stage.
Yeah, so kind of. kind of. But yeah, definitely come out to that. It's going to be an awesome event. It is the first year since, Doug has passed away. And so it's going to be, I really think it's going to be ridiculously awesome, like as far as the turnout, because, I've noticed that the community, they are very appreciative of Doug and Renee and what they've done all these years for the Make-A-Wish run and all the other things that they do too outside of that. So I know that they're definitely going to be showing their appreciation and love for the family of Doug at this time, so Make-A-Wish is going to blow it out the water this year. Oh, yeah. And I think they're also selling signs. Kelly, if you're still on there, are they still doing the yard signs by chance? They, I know that I put last year I was talking about the signs. I'm just not sure about the prices and stuff. I know last year I think it was like $100.
Yeah.
And
don't want to fib to people in case
I know I didn't want to say the pricing or anything like that if I was wrong about it.
That real quick.
Yeah.
In case she makes the other one.
It is 125 renewable for 100. That's what it was, because that was it's going to be my 3rd year getting one, I think. So yes, the fence signs are $125 and renewable for $100 for next year. So if you get them for the first time this year, It's $125. Next year, if you'd like to do it again, it's $100. So y'all make sure that y'all are hitting them up about those yard signs, because it's a great way to promote, whether you're doing something like Beach Billy Lifestyle, or if you're a podcast like PcolaPodcasters and you want people to see it. There's going to be hundreds, if not thousands, of people at DNR that day. And I mean, y'all should just look it up on Facebook and see if anybody went live last year or something.
And it's a fun time. You can look it up live on last year, because I'm pretty sure I went live on last year or the year before.
Yeah, it was packed. I went live too, if not, because we all went live, because it was a wild time. It was
it's a fun time for a good cause.
For sure. And we'd love it. Oh, yep. And Kelly said we've even had people purchase signs to memorialize a loved one, not memorize them, apparently. I can't word.
I can't either.
It happens sometimes. But we'll also be on with Kelly on Monday, or at least I will. I think you might be working.
Huh? I'm either going to be working, or if it's before that, I'll be handling the ones and twos.
You realize you're like off camera, right?
Huh?
Okay.
Look, when we were sitting here,
the
I keep
wind
on
was
trying
happening.
to adjust the wind, so my butt started scooting over this way.
Yeah,
so,
except your whole face was off for the whole time. So, our bad.
Oh, well, I'm not that good looking, so.
Shut up. You talk about my boyfriend right now. I don't like that. I'll fight you. I will punch you in the face for saying my boyfriend does not look good.
You would punch
I'll make you not look good
in the face for calling your boyfriend ugly.
Yes, because
I have an aneurysm.
Because I have a problem with lies. So I'm gonna make it the truth.
You would. I will hurt you if you say anything bad about you.
You love it, right? I'm late. Comment. That's funny, Richard. But yes. Oh, Kelly is excited about Monday. So Kelly and I have been friends for since high school. So 2007 was senior year. So probably like 2006 or so. It's been almost 2 decades, bro. Holy crap, that just hit me. Oh, it's a long time. You have so much dirt on me, and we're about to go live on this platform. I would like to cancel now. We're not doing it on Monday, I swear. Okay, anyway, yes, we are.
Yes, you are.
I bought a Bean Boozled spinner, so we're going to spin, and it's got these jelly beans, and it's either going to taste like something delicious like strawberry daiquiri or vomit or
sour milk,
cotton candy, or dirty dishwater or something like that. I don't know what they really are, but it's like that. One of them was like dead fish, rotten milk, or egg, one or the other. I think it was egg, which Kelly likes rotten milk. There was one time she took a sip of milk.
Completely off topic. I know you just mentioned it, but I got to say it. Thank you for commenting again, Richard. You're continuing your streak of commenting on this podcast.
Yes. You look, Kelly and Richard are going to have the win streak. Kelly, you can't miss any of these episodes, because if Richard consistently does this, he's gonna win.
If anybody should get top fan pages that the Facebook page gives out, it should be Kelly and Richard.
For sure. Kelly always tunes in, and Richard has been tuning in every single episode for at least for a while. I'd say since November, maybe. December.
Yeah. And since we're talking about that real quick, catch Richard and his upcoming endeavors. Fate Jacket.
That's one of them. I know that
Orphix is up again. It's going, but he's also got Fate. He also got Fate Jacket going.
Yep.
And I'm excited to hear that.
2 totally different sounds too.
Yeah.
From what I've heard so far.
I like Mike Tangway's vocals.
Oh yeah. Mike Tangway. I can't remember what the band was called that he was in, and I swear, as soon as I say it,
trying to support and definitely have to beat Kelly.
That's true. It's a competition. But yeah, Mike's got awesome vocals. Orphic and Fate Jacket are playing the Handlebar together on April 8th, but don't tell anyone. I would read that before I saw the don't tell anyone part.
I mean, everybody else can see it.
I know. It does come up on the screen. Oopsie. But yeah, that just means that y'all can go ahead and mark your calendar, and there will be no excuses if you don't show up, because that's in April.
Yeah.
So yeah. You got anything else to add? You got any more shows that you want to plug?
Yes.
Okay.
I think it was it February 3rd? I said I was going to be at DNR.
3rd or 4th.
Ragdoll.
Yep. Let me look. I'll tell you because I put it in my calendar. I bet you don't have it in yours though.
I don't have anything on my calendar.
Oh man.
That's why I asked Heather for everything.
It's the 4th, which is a Saturday. It says Ragdoll Patties.
Oh, Patties. Okay, that's Patties on there. DNR was somewhere.
I mean, I might be wrong, but that's what you told me.
No, I'm pretty sure it is. I'm pretty sure I'm wrong because I can't remember what I had for breakfast today. So.
Oh, that's true. Do you get a no comment pass if she doesn't comment on the episode that she's on? No, we'll fix that. I'm going to comment it.
Wouldn't that be commenting, but just now in the comment area?
Yes. No, we'll fix that by you commenting like this.
DNR is February 3rd.
Okay, so then February 4th is Patty's.
Yes, it's the 2 weekends.
So you've got February 3rd, March 10th, and April 14th at DNR. Patty's February 4th, March 31st, April 7th at Patty O'Leary's, which is on the beach. And yeah.
That's and cool. Then Make-A-Wish.
Make-A-Wish, of course, March 4th, which I hope everybody can make it out to. If you are available, please, please, please.
Yes.
On that note, we're going to show this comment that we weren't supposed to talk about because I felt like it. Thought it would be funny.
Go down.
She said, I already
read
that.
It's host. Okay.
That's what I wrote.
I saw that and I saw Restream. Like, is Restream talking?
No, but that is weird though because it shares it. It shows that it shared ours.
Yeah.
On our end. Y'all don't know. I'm sorry. My bad.
It's all good.
We still learning this Restream thing, but
they can still see it when they see the podcast on different platforms because they can see it on the screen. Or
yes.
On the screen.
Yeah, yes. but if they were to mirror the screen, they wouldn't see where it check marked that it shared it to Twitch, YouTube, and Facebook, but not Twitter.
No, but
I thought that was
you can see down here where you can see. We're just going way off topic now. But
yeah, because now we're trying to figure it out because we are live.
The host will share it to everything. So
yeah, it'll put it on the screen. But yeah, except for Twitter apparently. Don't know why. But we'll go ahead and sign off here. We'll stop but-umming you.
Everybody's like, Justin's off. Now what?
Yeah. I was like, where? They're mad at us?
No.
Let's get those people off the screen. We're not here for them. We're here for the entertainment. But yeah, all right, we're going to sign off from here. Oh, and my gigs, I guess I can tell you about those too.
Well, you might want to.
Mondays, I was about to say Monday, Wednesdays, and Thursday, free Texas Hold'em Poker with Tanya. I literally was about to say that. I don't even have a gig on Monday. I just started it. I just started ripping.
You just promoted
through it.
You just promoted Woodsies without you.
This is a habit, okay? Let me just explain. I was trying to. Anyway, Sundays and Tuesdays, I'm at Woodsies. Sundays, 7 to 9, free bingo, free bar bingo. You can get free drinks or bar swag. We've got some new bar swag, by the way. So there's a collection to choose from. And we also have karaoke on Sunday nights after free bar bingo that goes 9 to midnight. And then Tuesdays, ladies' night with karaoke 8 to 1. And Thursday, I'm at Play, which starts at 10. But it is a blasty blast. That's where you get all the videos that I share on my Facebook stories. That there was one, like, I expect to see like 52 viewers, 32 this. No, this video is like 182 viewers. I was like, okay, word for my Facebook story. I was like, dang, y'all paying attention now because it's entertaining and hilarious to see some of these people. And then, of course, Friday and Saturday, I just play the tunes at intermission.
Yep.
Hang out. Do my thing over there, homie.
I hang out with you.
If you're available.
If I'm available, yep.
For shizzle. All right, y'all. We signing off from here. We will see y'all on Monday for the CC and Kiwi show. That's right, the CC and Kiwi show, because we've been wanting to do this since we were in radio in 2007. It's finally happening. No, you don't understand.
Oh boy.
Oh boy. Not the gumdrop buttons. All right, I'll talk to y'all later. And bring me high fives at my bar if you come out to the Make-A-Wish benefit. That's Kelly right there. I'm going to leave that on that note as well, because that is important, because high fives are life.
Bye, Richard.
Bye, Richard. Bye, Kelly. And other person, which might probably be my dad.
Bye, other person. Maybe Ron.
Love you guys. Bye. Oh.